My husband's been doing taxes all day today, so to treat him, I'm going to make a very light, luscious, healthy dinner. I think he'll like it, and it's going to start out with kind of like a fennel and grapefruit slaw. And I have peeled already a grapefruit. I have these beautiful red ruby grapefruits. They're so sweet, and I'm going to do what they call supreming them in a bowl. And I'm not the best supremer, but essentially you're getting the segment of the grapefruit out and leaving the little segment in between those. And I'm just going to cut these beautiful segments out of here, and I'm going to let the juice drip into my bowl because that's going to be what I need for my vinaigrette. I like this. I think it looks pretty. And then this fennel grapefruit slaw that goes with some swordfish that it's mahi that I'm making. It's going to be quite delicious. Okay, you can see I'm all done, and there's lots of juice from this grapefruit in here, and I want to just squeeze in the rest of the juice because I don't want to waste any of it. It's so good. There we go. The next thing that I want to put in here is some fennel. And fennel comes like this. It's a beautiful bulb. It's kind of anisey licorice-y tasting. When you roast it, it gets very mild and sweet, but I like the crispness of it when it's raw, and it's going to be very thinly shaved. I have this mandolin on the thinnest blade. Be super careful. If you have a guard, use it. And I just want to do like this. There we go. I get thin shavings of the fennel. I cut it in half and then peeled off a tough outer layer. Sometimes if it's a mature fennel, it will have a tougher outer layer, and you don't want that. And be super careful because this blade is sharp and you don't want to touch your hands. All right, so that's where we'll stop right now. Nice and thinly shaved, beautiful. I'm gonna move this to the side. And the last thing that I want in my slaw is a cucumber. And probably use about this much. This is an English cucumber. I like them because they're thinner skinned. I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to make kind of these half moon shapes with just a little paring knife. Those in there. Then, before I do anything else, I need to make kind of like the vinaigrette that's going to go in this. And because when I supremed the grapefruit, the juice is already in here. So I'm going to have to kind of do things cautiously on the side. Since the juice is very sweet, I need some more acidity. I'm going to use a little bit of yellow mustard for this. There we go. And I have kind of like a flat whisk, and I'm just going to kind of maneuver the mustard a little bit in the grapefruit juice to kind of just emulsify it with everything, so it's easier to mix in everything else. It'll be delicious. A little bit of honey. A little bit of olive oil. That's what's going to make a great slaw. And then some salt and pepper. This is coarse sea salt. There's my pepper. All right, and then the final touch on this, a little bit of cilantro. Tear some of this off. And just give it a little chop here. And then that goes in. Yum. All right, I have some tongs. I'm going to mix it up. Oh, this is going to be so good. Okay, there's that. I'm going to let that sit while I move on to the next aspect of my dish, my mahi. I'm going to grill this. I'm going to throw it on the grill outside. It will grill very quickly. I love to use a nice fish like this for grilling. It's a very firm fish. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's it. Got a bit too much salt on my hands. Pepper. And just going to kind of move these fish around because I have the olive oil and the salt and pepper all on my plate. And then my fish can sit in that for a few minutes. And that will go on the grill. The slaw is ready for it when it comes off the grill. And then the final thing that I'm going to make is these great zucchini noodles. These have already been washed. And what I want to do actually is I'm going to peel the ribbons right into my saute pan because these are going to saute for like 60 seconds. And it's going to be served with pistachios, goat cheese, and sumac. One of my favorite new spices that I have fallen in love with. And you see this little thing. You can use one of those noodle machines if you want to make my zucchini noodles. This is the handheld kind. All right, so the rest is super easy. I'm just sauteing these noodles in some olive oil, 60 seconds. Turn that off. Because I still want them to have some really nice texture. That's literally all it takes. And then you're going to add some salt and some pepper. All right. And then we plate up. All right, so my zucchini ribbons are nicely sauteed. I'm just going to put them all out onto my serving dish. Even if this is room temp, it is perfectly good. I've even taken it to work chilled and eaten it with chopsticks. It's like a really great salad. I like to do just a drizzle, tiny bit of pomegranate molasses on this. Just gonna give it a hint of sweetness and that something. People might not know what it is, but man, it's so good. All right, and then sumac. A berry that's ground and it's slightly tart, but it has this amazing, amazing flavor. And I'm gonna go pretty generously with it because I like it. It smells delicious. And then this is my homemade goat cheese. Homemade goat cheese. I've made goat cheese twice and this is my second batch and it's actually so good. But I'm just gonna put little mounds of it on here. It's gonna be quite yummy. It's so creamy and rich. Of course you can use regular goat cheese that you buy at the store if you want. Just kidding. I have used the regular stuff many, many, many times. But that's a very healthy spoonful. Or have to. Okay, and then the crowning glory, my pistachios. All right, here we go. And you can kind of crush these in a mortar and pestle, or chop them up a little bit if you want to. I'm gonna put them whole just for the texture. I think they're great. All right, that should do it. That is a glorious dish. It's gonna go great with my fish. Can't wait to eat. All right, I'm ready to plate up. And I think the way we'll do it is to put this beautifully grilled mahi on the plate, like that. I've tilted my plate to just make it easier for you to see. And then, trying to decide if I wanted to put the slaw on the bottom or the top. I'm gonna go with the top. It's just gorgeous. Very pretty. Make sure I get some of the grapefruit in there. Yum. All right, and then some of this beautiful zucchini noodle goat cheese, pistachio and sumac. Kind of twirl it like you would spaghetti. Very pretty. And then I just made a little side of whipped sweet potatoes that I had roasted earlier in the week. Right there. Yum. Can't wait to eat this. Dinner's ready.